Good evening, friends, and welcome to a very interesting session. In today's session, we'll be talking about why Annamalai went to Oxford, and also, Stalin and Kejriwal has royally dumped the India alliance, in particular Rahul Gandhi, and much, much more in today's session. So, welcome each and everyone. So, Sunita, welcome. Welcome, uh, Leena. So, friends, coming to the first piece of news, and this is very, very, it is trending all over social media, is that Annamalai has, as all of you know, started a very big political movement, a huge website, and lakhs of people have already enrolled. It is called We the Leaders movement, and so many people have already joined this, over lakhs of people, and he has tremendous support each and every second, each and every hour in India and all over the world, in this particular political movement. And also, he resigned, very gracefully from the BJP party. He met Mr. Amit Shah, and he met Nitin Abin, and also, Prime Minister Modi also. So the exit was very, very smooth. Now, question remains: where is he going to get the funding from, right? Because the parties like TVK, parties like DMK, they have solid funding base. They have funding from the lottery king like Santiago Martin, and all other Christian missionary organizations are funding these parties like DMK and TVK party. But the question remains, where how is Mr. Annamalai going to get the funding, which is very, very important. If you want to turn any political movement into a political party, eventually you need a lot of funding, and that is very, very important.
So,
So
yeah, so
yeah.
here, Jaidev, perhaps Rajnikant will also back him. That is because Rajnikant is very, very rich, and perhaps he will be backing him on the money part.
Yes. So now I would like to add, friends, that in 2024 year, multiple reports stated that Mr. Annamalai went to University of Oxford for a 3-month Chevening Gurukul Fellowship for Leadership and Excellence in 2024. Now, according to verified reports from the print and other Times of India report, is that BJP approved Annamalai's 3-month break, and the fellowship was conducted at the Oxford Department of Politics and International Relations. It was a Chevening Gurukul Fellowship program, and this was in 2024, the year 2024. So the accurate version is he did not enroll in a fully Oxford degree. He attended a 3-month leadership fellowship program hosted at Oxford University. So this is, the I was going through a lot of the Tamil social media forums in the internet, and there was a lot of talk that maybe Annamalai went to Oxford for securing funding for his new movement, and he was working ahead of time. So that was the talk which was running on all these social media platforms in Tamil Nadu. And also, there were, I read a lot of people debating whether, there is he has got some sort of foreign funding for his political party. Could it be the deep state trying to make an offer? So now, friends, you can see that the DMK party is quite on a weak wicket right now, right? Especially with the way they performed very badly in the recent election. The TVK party is going strong up till now, right? So you think that there's a possibility that the deep state might fund Annamalai's party, but I'm sure that Annamalai will not fall for such funding. So, I would like to add more points, friends, as we go ahead. And in his LinkedIn post, there was a very controversial LinkedIn post shared by Annamalai following his resignation from the BJP. And he rejected the Messiah image, And Annamalai explicitly states that he does not want to be viewed as a traditional hero or messiah in Tamil Nadu politics. So he clarified that his upcoming movement is not a political party in the tired conventional sense. He describes this movement as an experiment in collective imagination, which is a departure from the traditional political structures like DMK and AIA DMK. Now, Annamalai is tapping into the changing political landscape of Tamil Nadu, noting that voters are shifting towards new faces, and that's how Mr. Vijay, won the with a huge majority. But of course, he was short a few seats. So, what does this say? It if we put if we connect all the dots together, is that it is not easy to start a political party because you need a lot of funding, and there are a lot of unverified reports that Rajnikant may be funding him. There are other reports that some other organization may be funding him. There are reports that NRIs may be funding him. But the question is, as we move ahead in time, is Annamalai going to be more and more transparent with
Yeah.
the way
So
he will move forward?
yeah. So I'd like to speak a few points, Jaidev. One thing is that there seems to be a high demand for clean politics. Okay, it in Tamil Nadu, because this is driven by a long-standing desire among citizens to shift away from structural issues that many believe have hampered the state's potential. So this push for clean, ideology-driven, non-dynastic approach, now which figures like Annamalai are now advocating, stems from several key concerns. For example, he is now addressing the systematic corruption. For decades, political discourse in the state has frequently been dominated by allegations of corruption. Citizens and political analysts often point to a need for a greater financial transparency and accountability in governance. The demand for clean leadership is at its core, and call for a system where public resources are managed with integrity, ensuring that state funds are used for development rather than being diverted. The second point is moving beyond cult and dynastic politics. Now, Tamil Nadu has had a history of powerful regional parties where leadership has often been concentrated within specific families or centered around cults, cult personalities. Now, critics argue that this structure limits fresh talent, stifles internal democracy within parties, and prevents the emergence of new perspective. So, what is the goal? Those advocating, for example, people like Annamalai for clean or new politics, argue that by ending dynastic control and introducing term limits for elected representatives, which means a person can't hold his post for a long time, the system can become more meritocratic, for allowing new generations to rise based on their competence rather than their connections. And another point is evolving political culture. The current political culture in Tamil Nadu, recently marked by a significant change in government with swearing in of Vijay as chief minister, reflects a population that is increasingly hungry, for change. The public expectation for a cleaner approach includes governance over populism. While welfare schemes have been staple of India in Tamil Nadu politics, there's a growing discourse on balancing welfare with long-term economic sustainability, industrial growth, and infrastructure development. Now, they also expect accountability. Voters are increasingly looking for leaders who prioritize transparent administration, such as the release of white papers on state finances, and who are directly accountable to the public. So there's a lot that's going on, Jaydev, and this is why Annamalai stands a very very strong chance of coming into power.
Yeah, so let us wait and watch. How this movement takes shape. But it is a very very welcome move. In fact, that Annamalai is rising slowly, and it is very very need of the hour because you have all these parties like DMK and now TVK. they were supporting the fact that Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated. So this is what it's a good thing that let's wait and watch and see how this movement takes shape. But
Yeah.
there's still a long way to go.
Yeah. So Pradeep says he paid tribute to the Girvitya community at the oldest Tamil Sri Mariamman temple, visited the Gandhi Phoenix settlement and the Ramakrishna ashram, all in less than a day. And Dhanashri says Annamalai's views were very clear about Hinduism, Tamil and anti-DMK ideologies. He had earlier spoken how Tamil Brahmins were targeted by these DMK. So a lot of people are just looking forward to what is going to transpire, as you said, Jaydev, in the coming days.
Yeah, so let's wait and watch. And so you can take the next news.
Yeah. So moving on to the next piece of news. So now the absence of DMK and Arvind Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party from the India bloc meeting is being seen as seen less as a scheduling issue and more as a sign of deeper political fractures inside the opposition alliance. So why is DMK staying away would be the obvious question. Now, the biggest reason appears to be the collapse of trust between DMK and the Indian National Congress after the Tamil Nadu political fallout. Recent reports say the Congress broke away from DMK following poor assembly election results in Tamil Nadu and triggering a major rift. Now, DMK officially announced it would skip the June 8th India bloc meeting. The party even requested separate seating in parliament away from Congress benches. In fact, Kannimoyi made this very, very apparent, a symbolic but serious political message. Now, analysts say DMK now wants more flexibility to coordinate issue based opposition politics without being tied down closely to Congress leadership. The core issue is leadership and regional autonomy. Now, DMK has historically been one of the strongest regional players in the alliance after electoral setbacks. There appears to be frustration inside the party that Congress still wants to dominate opposition strategy despite weakening in several states. There is also speculation that DMK wants to rebuild a federal front style politics where strong regional parties cooperate selectively rather than operate under a Congress centered umbrella. So now we will be also talking about why Arvind Kejriwal and AAP have skipped. So this is something you can take up, Jay.
Yeah, so it is quite clear that Mr. Stalin knows that Rahul Gandhi backstabbed DMK with by joining with TVK party, and so it is quite apparent that Mr. Stalin is and the whole of DMK is very very angry with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, and also Miss Kannimoi. She said that she does not want to sit with Rahul Gandhi in the parliament because of this. Make her sit somewhere else, in the parliament. So now, so you can see that Congress has rubbed many of the India Alliance, people in the wrong way, and they have, Rahul Gandhi has sunk a lot of these parties indirectly, their vote base and everything. I'm quite surprised that Mamta Banerjee was seen sitting next to Sonia Gandhi because Rahul Gandhi was quite critical of the way TMC ruled in West Bengal before the West Bengal election, if you remember.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe you should
yeah.
just take this comment from Sunita. Very interesting one. She says, I heard that Rajnikant has a storeroom adjacent to his main gate where all ration, like rice, dal, and other groceries, are stored, and anyone in need of them can take them home. And she continues, says, Rajnikant has been doing this service since a long time. One of his close friends mentioned this in a Telugu interview. And Dhanashri says, Vijay seems to be a male version of Alia Bhatt in South politics. He seems dumb and lost somewhere in his mind. Now, you have to be very careful, Dhanashri, when you speak about him, because apparently one YouTuber spoke against him and now he has been arrested. So, Dhanashri, you should also be a little careful. We do not know in which way Vijay is going to swing. So, yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so when it comes to Rajnikant, obviously he's a very, very concerned about his image among the Tamil Nadu people and masses. So he has been involved in a lot of charitable activities every now and then, and he takes inspiration from people like MGR, and namely him. So how MGR was so such a great leader, and how he used to be a people's leader in Tamil Nadu, and Rajnikant took inspiration from people like him, and he is a very very spiritual person also. So I wouldn't be surprised if Rajnikant supported Mr. Annamalai financially as well. So let us wait and watch how things move forward. Yes. So
So
coming
before you
to
continue, Jaydev, I just wanted to make a comment on, the interviews of Lalit Modi that are coming fast and furious. So some of them are very interesting because some issues are very interesting because this man is quite bold and he speaks without any, barriers. And in one, he has really given Rajiv Shukla, who's not, normally termed as samosa, so he has given him left and right. He's saying that, see, from the beginning he has had no use, sort of no job in IPL, and he seems to hang on there. And he has criticized him in such a way that I don't think Rajiv Shukla can ever show his face in public. Okay, then he's also spoken about Dawood, and I think you mentioned that yesterday, Jerry, and also about Sunanda Pushkar and many other issues about that can make for very very interesting hearing, because here is a man who's giving in interviews in a very unfiltered manner, and I think he is doing that because his biopic is going to come out very soon. They are working on that. Yeah, back to you, Jerry.
my hitch is that Lalit Modi giving so many interviews at this particular point of time is a green signal from the BJP party to go against these the Gandhis and the Congress party in particular. That is my hitch. And even if a movie is released, it's going to be like something like Durandar Part Two, where again a lot of the Congress activities might get exposed. And this is what is there. This could be a possibility which I see. So now coming to what is quite interesting, and that is the fact that Ranveer Singh, who rejected Dawn 3. So what is the latest with regards to that particular case? And Poonam Dhillon has supported Ranveer Singh after he was banned by the film body FWICE for walking out of Dawn 3 of Farhan Akhtar. And calling the ban strange, she claimed Ranveer should have come to her film body to oppose the non-cooperative directive issued against him by the body of FWICE a couple of weeks ago. Now, Poonam has lauded Ranveer for at least trying to resolve the conflict with Farhan Akhtar by his sudden. He has agreed to pay some compensation. Ranveer Singh has offered a compensation
24,
of rupee.
24 crores, I think. Yeah.
No. It's a according to this report, it's a compensation of rupees 10 crores to Excel Entertainment, which was not accepted, as they wanted the actor to compensate rupees 45 crores of pre-production expenses
Yeah.
on Dawn 3 before his exit.
It will go straight into Farhan Akhtar's pocket.
Yeah, so you can see, friends, how the Bollywood cabal works. That Ranveer Singh, ultimately had to toe the line of this body
See,
because, yeah.
what Poonam Dhillon is saying. See, Poonam Dhillon has backed Ranveer Singh in exiting Dawn 3. She said if he felt the script wasn't up to the mark, they have a say in a script because they are going to be the one who will be projected there. They will get the brickbats in the end if the film is not appreciated. So, they are today actively involved in a very positive way. I would say it would be in a positive way towards the betterment of a project, she argued. But she also cautioned actors to try and minimize the damage caused to producers and urged them to, not give their nod to projects out of personal motives like friendship. The only difference is what I feel is it should be done at the earlier stage. What happens is in friendship, they may just accept a project, but you don't know what is going to come out of it, right? You don't know what it entails, what the details of the script are and the story. So sometimes I feel that can cause a problem because you've committed morally, but emotionally and practically, you see that the project is not something which you are comfortable with. See, Poonam also criticized the FICE for taking such a decisive stand against Ranveer without even consulting them. So we will fight for our actors when they have been wrong. For us, this came as a bolt from the blue. It was like a third party came in and declared a war. So we were shocked. And I think that this has only messed up things, she said. I'm sure issues have been talked about, negotiated, tried to be amicably solved between the producer and the actor, and of course, friends. I would say that we are not really happy, that we are really happy that this has been resolved. So, this is how she has ended on this issue. So, yeah, back and so it's a very interesting point coming from Karupaswamy. He says it is said 45 crore worth assets transferred to the first family so that Congress stay back with DMK after election result. Now Congress deserted DMK and joined with the TVK government,
Yeah,
says
that is. I want to reply to that comment by Karupa Swami sir. And now that politician associated with this 45 crore and the DMK is a person called Rani Pet R. Gandhi. He is a Tamil Nadu state minister and DMK leader. He's not Rahul Gandhi. So they share the same nickname. So yeah.
yeah. Dhanashree says, please do watch new web series Made in India, a story of Titan. And also, this is one of the best series I have watched. So, Dhanashree has also been referring some very good movies and series to us. So, I think this is one thing we should watch. So, she says, Made in India, story of Titan. So, definitely we must watch it. He must have stayed in BJP, is what Gopanna is saying about Annamalai. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah. So let us end with saying that going ahead, this. Let us see how the movement launched by Annamalai. It is gaining a lot of traction. Lot of lakhs of people have signed up for this movement, and but going ahead, it's around 5 to 6 years for the next Tamil Nadu election. But let us see how what is how he is going
No,
to.
you can never say that, Jaydev. So here, because see, a lot of these people, I like what Sita said. See, Sita said, let me take Sita's quote. Sita has said, Annamalai should not have quit the BJP. I do not trust actors and actresses, all connected to nefarious activities, just like Bollywood. So this is very, very true because, see, something and all is going to come out about Vijay. Vijay is not a clean man. Very obvious. Okay. So something is going to come out about his activities, in which case the government will just fall. So let us see how it goes, Jaydev. And there's one more
Yeah.
point
So
which
yeah.
is also
Also,
saying,
yeah. Wait. I would like
yeah,
to add a few points which I missed.
yeah.
Now, Annamalai is very popular among the urban people, but when it comes to rural Tamil Nadu, how popular he is a very big question mark. And whether the popularity online on social media will it how will it convert to votes, right? So all this he has to campaign in a very aggressive manner. He has to find like-minded youngsters to form the party and give positions to them. He needs, of course, funding also. So it's quite a long way. Yes.
So Sita says, I cannot understand why people in Tamil Nadu are so distrustful of BJP, the only national party that is protecting Sanatana Dharma. Modi ji and Amit ji are really trying to help the people of Bharat, which is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And
Also,
no, see
there could
what
be.
happens, Sita. It's not these people. Sometimes there are some people in between. Perhaps in the BJP, in Tamil Nadu, who may be, may feel threatened by Annamalai's growing appeal. So it could be that which is, see, Annamalai needs a free hand, okay, if he has to bring it up. And he is really the true son of a soil, of Tamil Nadu, which is what they want. So maybe as Dhanashree has very well pointed out, she has said, is it a pact between Annamalai and BJP? This is what is happening actually. In a very indirect way. They can't speak about it openly. And this is what is actually happening. And if it happens, it will only make Tamil Nadu stronger. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, so this could be a big possibility that it's an understanding between BJP and Annamalai that BJP might silently support him from the back.
Yeah,
So let us wait and watch.
yeah. With this, we end this session. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.